I have divorced parents. The reasoning why my parents got a divorce is because my biological father was a drug addict and an alcoholic. He was out all the nights and wasn't here to support the kids, which would have been me and my brother. So my mom met another guy, which I call my dad today, because he raised me since I was 4 years old. He was there through my schooling. I was in sports, football, soccer, baseball, and he was there. You know, he was there for me, and my mom was absolutely there. It didn't get until about 13, 14 years old, I met my biological father, and that was just like a change for me. I wouldn't say a serious, hey, I'm gonna go out and get drunk over this or be obnoxious or anything like that. It was just, it was heartbreaking. Going through elementary school, like I said, into sports, you know, obviously I meet with other kids, and I want to fit in. You know, I like to have a lot of friends. I was always a friendly type of guy. But when it got to different types, you had your little jocks, you have the preps, you got they might be the same, the gothics, you got the nerds, you got all this stuff, and then you got the troublemakers also. And I loved the attention with the troublemakers because they were always getting in trouble. They were like the ones that had all eyes on them. So I was like, I want to be like that. I want all eyes on me. I'm like a chameleon that could fit in. That's what we like to say. And whether you're white, black, Mexican, talk like, you know, a creep, or talk like a gangster, or talk like, you know, to walk the walk, I will learn that, and I will do the same thing to get the attention. I just started hanging around women to get the attention also, to get outside of myself. All this stuff was to get outside of myself, to make my family look like I'm the perfect little kid that don't do anything, because I do this not at home, I do it everywhere else. As soon as that gets into you of lying, cheating, stealing, manipulating, being under the radar, when I got to going to partying with the kids, taking that first drink made me not care. Just let me go. And I took my first drink when I was about 14 years old. So when I took that first drink, that just released everything. That released everything, and it made me not care. So then at this time, I have this whole group of people that are in front of me that know almost everything about life, that know about the women, the attention, the beer, the alcohol, the drugs, and the people behind me that I can teach along to get over on them so I can get what I want. I can get whatever money I work on the side I can use towards me and me only, and be selfish and self-centered. I didn't have no values, I didn't have no beliefs. I hardly had any work ethics. My attitude was shot, and my morals weren't all the way there. My father got a job offer in South Carolina. So I go down there, and it's the same thing. I took me with me, and since I've had all the same behaviors and none of them changed, I knew exactly who had it, how I wanted it, and I actually learned more stuff when I was in South Carolina. I ended up moving back here after a year or so. My parents are in and out of my life. I'm wanting to just continue to run. I'm running from all my problems, and I'm not facing nothing as a man. I'm not facing anything as a honest, responsible adult. And I have a Percocet and Oxycontin habit and a cocaine habit, and I need to learn how to make money without just stealing also. So I'm hustling up to get money for drugs and selling it to other people for double the price, or so I'm supplying it also at the time to other people that are just doing marijuana at the time, or I'm doing what people did to me. And all I did was sniff the heroin. I sniffed it. I wasn't injecting it or anything. Didn't like it. About 2 days later, I couldn't get what I wanted, was Percocets, and the heroin was there on the table again. I said, all right, I'll try it different this time. I wasn't so bad that time. I felt. You know, I could concentrate, I could still do what I needed to do, and I felt okay. I felt okay with myself. I was okay. The problem was the heroin. The problem was the Percocets. The problem was the cocaine. I was okay when I was drinking and smoking pot. Well, at this time, I really didn't care about pot, but drinking I was okay with. And I called and called and called and got into Mary Haven. Derek finally wanted to make this choice, and I went through detox for a month, and they suggested that I go to a longer-term treatment. I said, okay, great. I have nowhere else to go. I'm poor. I'm homeless. What else do I have going for me? Run it. Let's do it. I was in here for a total of 58 days. I had a counselor that was amazing, and he got me, helped me get in the House of Hope. I won't sit there and say that House of Hope saved my life, but they gave me a life. They taught me how to live. They taught me how to do laundry. They taught me how to be responsible. They taught me about myself, how to be honest, how to be spiritually fit. Taught me more about my values and beliefs. So I can soon develop into doing exactly what you guys do. You know, as long as I'm following people that are doing positive things, I can do the right thing. If I'm following negative people doing negative things, I'm going to do negative things. So I'm around a sober support network, and I'm doing positive things. But Derek chose to take Derek out. I found a girl that had money. She was a dental hygienist, and she had credit cards, and I spent $13,000 in 2 months off her credit card, strictly on heroin and crack cocaine. I had so much shame and guilt and a knot in my stomach, and was crying almost like every other day, and just wanting to not use or get high at this point at all. I said I couldn't do this no more, and I got into Mary Haven. They said, well, there's something called the MBAR program, which they use Suboxone to help through withdrawals when you get off of heroin. And that was something that was offered to me. And I'm a productive citizen today in society. I'm back to my meetings. I'm back to, working. I'm back to helping and being there on every holiday. Throughout the times I was sober, I was there for the holidays for my family and the woman that I'm with today. It's a fight every day. This is a daily disease of addiction. It's not something I said, hey, I'm going to be a drug addict growing up. That's my goal. It's not something I wanted. It was just the behaviors that took me to the alcohol and drugs, that took me to death row, basically.